Inevitably, they think it's going to be a two-horse race between the defending champions, Bayern Leverkusen, but it's Bayern Munich who are favourites, according to ESPN, and quite strong favourites as well. 2-1 on. You've got to put $2 on to win one. Meanwhile, Bayern Leverkusen coming in at 5-2. Dortmund and Leipzig very much the outsiders at 10-1 and 12-1, which leads us into Nedum's predictions, because of course Nedum has certainly got some loyalty when it comes to Bayern Munich. Now his best mate Vincent Kompany is in charge. So the question is whether or not now. Oh no, it's a shame. Shame that it's just because of that he's gone for a disappointed Nedum in you really a little bit from a man who is normally so objective.
Yeah, you know me, City TV. I'm now Bayern Munich TV as well.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You got to back your boys. You got to back your boys, and I think for most of us, that season that Bayern Munich just had is as bad as we can remember. So I don't believe for a second that they'll be as bad again this year. Obviously, they do have Vincent Kompany coming in as a new manager, a young manager. It's been very well publicised that he wasn't their first choice, but I still think he'll be able to get something out of those players this season. And as we see with Leverkusen, yes, they did look good today, but some of the imperfections are there. And I'm with Craig in thinking that, you know, this sort of late run probably won't last in the same way they did last season. So I think maybe there's a potential drop-off for Leverkusen, a potential rise for Bayern Munich. And so, you know, I'm going to go back to Bayern Munich going back to their old ways and winning the Bundesliga again. But I think it's going to be a very exciting race. And it's also good to see that, you know, the two managers who are basically going head-to-head this year, it's not like they've been in management for that long. So I think there's something new in the air, and I like it a lot.
He's going to Munich, isn't he?
Is he? You going to Munich, Nedum?
Going to Munich?
Yeah, why not? Well, actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to Wolfsburg. I'm going to Wolfsburg. It's away from home. I don't need to go to Munich just yet,
Germany.
but I'm sure I will do for their first home game.
I would have gone.
You would have gone where?
Germany.
To do what?
Smoke.
With the smoke machine?
I wasn't asked. I would have paid for it myself. No.
Oh, very nice. Oh, there we go. What's interesting there, obviously, with regards to Leverkusen and Bayern Munich, you put arguments forward for both. It's going to be an interesting season for Harry Kane, isn't it? Given what we saw, well, we didn't see.
Well, not a comment yesterday.
Okay, all right.
Actually, Ryan, he just poo-pooed it. Oh. Nobody's worried about Harry Kane in Germany.
They should be, though, shouldn't they?
Well, apparently his performances at the Euros was all down to the fact he had a bad back, but he started every game.
Okay.
His back couldn't have been that bad.
But to replicate these sort of numbers is going to be quite an achievement, isn't it? 1 year older, obviously.
Well, Robert Lewandowski did it.
No, I understand Robert Lewandowski.
Why shouldn't he do it?
Okay, all right.
But what I'm saying is, and I said to Archie yesterday on the show, I'll be worried in Germany about Harry Kane. He said, no, they don't care. The least of their worries.
Right.
Now, if Harry Kane is fit and sharp, OK, but the player we witnessed towards the end of the season and for England was worrisome, right? That being said, if they get a tune out of Elise, who's going to be, I think, a very good young player, very good signing, what kind of season is Leroy Sané going to have? You know, can Vincent Kompany get in his head? Can he get a tune out of Gnabry and these other? Can Vincent Kompany get the consistency and the head screwed on some of these younger, fast, dynamic players that Thomas Tuchel just struggled to do on a regular basis? And I know the defence was shocking last year, but some of these guys in the forward line were a hit and a miss. Obviously, Paulinho comes in. That's the player they've been spouting on about for 18 months. So they've got this number 6 that they thought was a big problem for them. Will that solve the issues at the back?
So who's your pick between the two of them?
Oh, was that the question?
No, but now this led me to another question.
Now that I've sort of piped on, my pick would still be Bayern Munich, because I think to do it again for Leverkusen with kind of the same squad is tough. It's really tough to go again. And as you say, Harry Kane's numbers. So I'm still going to go with Bayern Munich because, as Nedum said, it's got to be better than last year. It just has to be.
What are you going for, Shaq?
I went for Leverkusen. I just feel Vincent Kompany is just such an unknown quantity for Bayern.
Calm down, Nedum. It's all right. He's allowed his opinion. Go on, sorry.
I'm not invited to Wolfsburg. That's
The good news for Vincent is that Ole Hoeneß and all the cronies upstairs, they don't say much when things are going.
They're easy. They're easygoing and pretty light-hearted.
They take it on the chin. Big
well,
giant
So
knives in the
the
back.
company for you is the deciding factor.
yes. And so for me, Leverkusen was.
And what will your role be at the Wolfsburg game, Nedum?
Well, if I'm not doing stuff for ESPN, I think I'll be a Munich cheerleader just on the sideline. But hopefully none of that will be on TV. So yeah, mostly working for
match.
ESPN. That's the main thing.